Hey guys, it's Chris you're seeing here back from C&H Small G again. I'm giving a another review from a older lawnmower out there that we were working on here this past week. This one is a Toro non-self-propelled lawnmower. This one does not have the rear self-propelled drive unit, as it's actually set up to have a unit put on there, but unfortunately it did not come in from the factory with one on here. And it also has the unique two-stroke Tecumseh engine on a specific machine. This is probably about the second one. This is about the only second one we were ever seen over in about 8 years. This one has the TVS two-stroke engine on this specific one here. And I'll show you the front end on here. Looks like on here they got a TVS TVS 840 on here, I believe, on there for that. That's the 4 horsepower Tecumseh engine on there. It has a cast iron sleeve, and it has a nice unique air filter on it. It looks like a cylinder basically on there for that. You have a air filter that's paper, plus you have a pre-filler on top of that as well too. So it actually made a pretty good design right there for that, as opposed to newer air filters out there for that. So it's basically a long-lasting style of air filter or I don't want to call it setup they have on her. Sorry about that. And this guy's machine, unfortunately, this guy let this thing sit in some storage unit for a long time, and the carburetor is all effed up down inside there and stuff like that. And the unique thing about this one is the way the carburetor is mounted to the intake system on here. I'll show you what it looks like down here. And these things can be sometimes I'm a bitch to get them in down here. And this is what it looks like on the bottom where the carburetor is at. You have mounting screws right here actually hold it to the cylinder block itself down there. Plus behind there you have your intake pipe on there as well too. And you can see it down here. I'm just going to flip it up here for you guys while I hold this damn thing here steady too. There we go. There you go. So you can see right down inside of that black thing right behind the carburetor is the actual intake tube that goes down into the cylinder assembly right down there as well. And those seals on there can go bad on there and have to be replaced. This guy had to have that, the fuel system cleaned out, rebuilt on a new carb bowl. And unfortunately, we're still waiting for the actual throttle cable for the specific machine here, because as you see back here, throttle cable's basically broke right out of the damn housing up there for that. Plus it's extremely stiff on here as well too. And because of that, we ordered this a new cable in from Toro probably about a month ago, and it's been on back ever since, because of the fact that this machine's, I think it's a 1987 model out there, I believe. Let me see here. It's a 26551, and the guy told me he bought it in like 1988, somewhere around there. I think it was like a leftover model or something like that out there. And he said he really liked it out when he first bought it and stuff like that. He just bought a second machine. He really didn't need this one, so he just basically left it in storage for the past probably about 5 or 10 years out there. And I'm going to give a demo of how this thing starts up over as well too, so you can see it running. We had to do the carb rebuild on a new fuel line, new air filter, new spark plug. He also needed a new recoil unit, because the old one was basically all rusted down inside there, and we had to replace that as well too. And unfortunately, getting genuine OEM Tecumseh parts out there is getting harder and harder these days, because as most people know in the business, Tecumseh went out of business back in late 07, early 08. So the part supply is going to eventually dry up for new OEM parts out there, because of the fact that they did go out of business for their manufacturing of engines and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give you a demo start up here, and you can see how these things run here. They do have a unique sound to this thing, because it's a two-stroke as opposed to the newer like LEV or LV190 style of engines on there after that, because they made them up to about, I think, 2007, 2008 on most Toros and Lawn Boys, until they Toro redesigned the machines and had either Briggs or a Honda, or the cheap garbage Chinese engines they also have on from like Kohler as well too. So let's get this thing started here for you guys. This one takes about 3 primes to get going here anyway, so and see how it starts, because I haven't started here in about a week. The other thing about this thing is it has a really goofy, I almost forgot to mention this, it has a really goofy bell control underneath here. Bell control is underneath here in the back of the engine, where it has a plunger style bell control that like senses how when the engine's supposed to shut off, when it's supposed to start up the kill system on there. And this one's a little bit problematic because it tends to stick just a teeny bit whenever you shut the engine off out there for that. So let's see if I can get this thing started by holding maybe one hand on here. So bear with me while I get this thing going here for you guys. This might not be too good here, so here we go. Let's see, hold this thing steady over here and have this thing in my other hand. Hold on, guys. Yep. They want to start on one pull there, so let's prime it a couple more times here. Should have gas in this thing too. Yep, got a full tank of gas. Okay, let's try it again here. See how it goes. There we go. Going good now. Still surging a little bit though. Just slow it down. Okay, there's slow speed right there. So it does still run SAS factory out there for that. So once you get it running, seems to run okay out there. Doesn't have any other problems on it I can see at right now, so we'll shut it off. There we go. So that's basically a demo start for this specific machine. These older ones can be a little bit finicky, as you've seen right there. We had this thing started here about a week ago, and you do the prime a bit more because of the carburetor, because it's a non-adjustable style carburetor, even though it's made in the late 80s. Some of the earlier ones, they were adjustable on there for that, but apparently this one is not because of the design. So we also had to replace the main jet on here as well too. The original main jet was pretty rusted and corroded, and we simply did not want to take the risk and hope that it was going to work okay. So we went ahead and replaced that as well too with a new genuine OEM one that was extremely hard to find. It at least took me about an hour online to find one for a specific machine due to the age. So that's basically a review of a Toro with a 4 horsepower TVS style 2-stroke engine on it for that. So if anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot about something like that, just give me a call here, or not say this. Leave me a message on my page here, because I don't answer any calls for any jobs here for YouTube. So leave me a message and I'll answer any question you might have about something like this. I'll see you guys.